Alright.
Here is a lance guide, you tanky bastards. Lance is extremely fun weapon to use in my opinion. I really liked it, because although it restricts your movements, it gives you a lot of maneuverability, because you can constantly dodge around with your shield up, and it gives you really some cool moves that cover distance very nicely. That makes it really strange mobile tanky weapon that you have. Biggest con of this weapon is its low damage output. To kill high ranked targets before they leave the region, you're gonna have to build this weapon to do more damage. As for the defense, nothing to worry about there. You can dodge around with your shield up, you can block anything, you also have a power guard that will negate any stagger that you get while blocking. It's a simple weapon to use and it's very effective. Lance doesn't have any big combos, but it's got some really flashy cool moves that I like. So let's get to it and show you what this is all about. This is your basic combo, triple triangle or triple circle. Triple triangle is better for smaller targets, triple circle is better for taller targets. This is your damage dealing ability. Wide sweep attack that is done by pressing triangle and circle at the same time is only used against smaller enemies like Jagras when you're surrounded by them, so that you can just strike them and be done with it. It's not supposed to be used against larger monsters because it's got a longer animation time than normal mid thrust or high thrust, so it's not that effective. Now here is one of the best moves of a lance that is called Counterthrust. It does the most damage, but it's got a long animation time. Cool thing about it is that you're holding your shield, which means you're blocking, and when an enemy hits you, you're gonna block and then retaliate immediately with a poke. That poke can be continued by releasing R1 button and then pressing either 2 times circle or 2 times triangle, depending what combo you want to do. So remember, when you're doing this, you're blocking. And blocking initiates the counterattack. I told you before that these things got pretty good mobility for such a tank weapon. This is why, after every move, you can do left analog stick in any direction and press X button. That will initiate this small dodge that can be used to reposition yourself during a combo or just to get out of the way of a nasty combination that's gonna come at you if you don't want to block it. Really neat little thing that will help a lot. This is one of the best moves with lance. You hold down guard button and then you move left analog stick in any direction and press triangle. What that does is guard dash move. That move means you're covering distance while blocking. It takes a lot of stamina, but same goes for that sidestep as well. This thing can be combined into any combo and can be used in great effect to cover distance while blocking, while being safe. Absolutely insane move. If you press triangle one more time after doing guard dash, you're gonna do shield attack. If you press circle after doing guard dash, you're gonna do leaping thrust. Both of these, shield attack and leaping thrust, can be continued with mid thrust or high thrust combo. That means 2 times circle or 2 times triangle. That is the move I'm trying to use the most. It covers distance, but it's only doable when opponent is a little bit further from you. It cannot be done when opponent is right next to you. The cool thing is that you can always reposition yourself anyway and start doing that move from the position that you want it to. This is one of the coolest moves of this weapon. It's called dash attack, and basically you're charging at your opponent. You're going right through your opponent, and you can also turn around by simply pressing backwards and X button until you run out of stamina. If you press R1 during the dash attack, you're gonna cancel it. If you press triangle, you're gonna do a finishing move. If you do any kind of left analog stick movement with X button, you're gonna do some kind of a dashing sidestep or backwards, or one of the best moves that you can use offensively to great effect, and that is advanced jump. Advanced jump is done by doing forward on left analog stick and X, while in the air press triangle to hit an opponent and mount it. This is what makes it absolutely amazing move, the mounting component of it. It's really easy to mount an opponent with this move, you won't believe how easy it is. Just one quick tip: to initiate dash attack, don't hold triangle and circle while you're guarding, just press them, and that will immediately initiate dash attack. First time I was doing this, I was holding triangle and circle all the time while I was doing the dash attack, and that makes it almost impossible to do any kind of movements anymore. So don't be a knobhead like me. Two more moves to cover. One is guard thrust, simple thrust from guarding stance. That means you're gonna guard while doing this particular move. During this move you'll be mostly covered with shield, so you won't have to worry about enemies' retaliation. But there is a small frame where you can get caught while your lance is sticking out. Now we're gonna cover the most advanced move of this bloody thing. It's called Power Guard. Power Guard is done by initiating Counterthrust with R1 plus circle and then pressing the X button. That will put you into a Power Guard position. While you're in the Power Guard position, you cannot be staggered in any way. So that means immediate retaliation is a definite possibility. Be warned though, Power Guard drains your stamina really bloody fast. From Power Guard you have a couple of options. You can continue directly with Counterthrust and then either high thrust or mid thrust, or you can go for a leaping attack with triangle and then continuing also with mid thrusts or high thrusts to finish off the combo. That's all there is to this cool weapon in my opinion. The things I like about Lance are its mobility, surprisingly good mobility for this type of weapon, and also the so good sound effect that comes up whenever you hit an opponent. It's so goddamn satisfying. I don't know why is it so good to me, but it simply is. Hard to explain. Definitely proper way on how to do tanky weapon fun to play with. Not to mention the constant charging and mounting your opponents can never really become boring. This weapon is so good defensively that you don't even need to do these advanced moves to help you out. You'll be fine. The problem is dishing out enormous amounts of damage that you need to do in order to defeat these high ranked creatures. I went with the Lance just to test it out, completely unoptimized. It had the rarity 3, so that's shite for high rank, and I went against Anjanat, Ratalos and so on. They couldn't do shit to me, but I couldn't finish them off. They were limping, they were almost destroyed, but I couldn't finish them off before they left the region. So that just goes to say that on high rank you're gonna have to put some effort into building up that damage through gear, food, demon powders and so on. That will be it for this weapon. I hope I helped you out, you bastards, and see you all soon.